Okay, so we are going to be reviewing some algebra practice problems for the FE slash EIT exam. So one topic that the FE exam is going to cover is factorial, and this is going to all under the algebra portion of the FE exam. And factorials are also an important component when you get to differential equations, and have to work on that section of the FE exam too. So a factorial is designated by a positive whole number followed by an exclamation point, and you see the example there, exclamation point after the 8. The value of a factorial is the product of all the numbers from 1 through the number of the factorial. I'm not going to read through everything, but factorials are widely used as the numbers when you're trying to figure out combinations and permutations regarding probability. So for the first example, you have six exclamation point, and basically what that means is you just count up from you count multiplying up to the next positive whole number. So you have 1 times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5 times 6 equals 720. And the next example we have is 12 exclamation points. And same thing, but twice as long. So you got 1 times 2. The highest it goes to a 4, but then you would carry on and go 4 times 5 times 6 times 7. And then you get that great big number. And then the next example, we have a division example. I'm sure there's some rule of division and factorials, but that's an example. And with when you multiply, you do the same thing. You would compute each one separately. Like for example, you have 6 exclamation point divided by 4 exclamation point. This rule for this example in particular is for the division, but if you had it to take a product, you would take the computation of 6 exclamation point, you would solve that, and then you would take 4 exclamation point and then solve that, and then just multiply it as a whole. Okay, so the next topic in algebra, we're going to review roots in the quadratic equation. This is a really important one, but as you can see, the definition is there. It says in elementary algebra, the quadratic formula is the solution of the quadratic equation. There's a whole lot of ways to solve the quadratic equation, but the one below for advanced mathematics is the one that you use the most, and my picture is a little blurry there. But I can just tell you the quadratic equation is negative b plus or minus the square roots of 4. Oh, shoot. Sorry about the blip. Okay. So the quadratic formula is going to be negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. And that's basically what they did. It's a little, it's extremely blurry in my picture, but it's just for your future references. It's negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So something's a little funky with this slide, but hopefully you got that and wrote it down. All right, the next topic we're going to cover are a couple of examples for calculus. Click. And then I have some of the basic rules here that you might see on the FE exam. And I'm not sure how familiar you are with multiplying functions, but the top ones are product rule, sum rule, and then taking derivatives, and then you have another quotient rule. It's also